finishing second and third. I won it all.
Miami used to be the kingpin, but Florida State's definitely taken their place, and I think we're here to stay.
We're still missing that one little piece in the puzzle, you know, the national championship.
The Florida State Seminoles have been singing the blues for 3 years. They've come as close to a national championship as you can get, but all 3 times Miami's been the spoiler. While a triumphant 24-10 victory over the Hurricanes may have broken the Miami Jays, the Seminoles would sit on the sideline as Miami claimed the national crowd.
I mean, if we could be the national champs, don't you think we should be the national champs? I think so.
We are the national champs, but the nation just doesn't realize it.
We want it so bad that we are willing to just about give up anything, even a 3-1 girl guy ratio here at FSU.
Florida State would win 10 straight, including a thrashing of powerhouse Nebraska in the Fiesta Bowl. But the first 2 bitterly disappointing losses to Southern Miss and Clemson would seal the Noles' fate with national posters. Florida State must now be content with number 3. The 1990 season begins precarious. 14 starters, 7 on each side of the ball, gone. It is yet another year of change for the Florida State Seminoles, and yet another challenge for the nation's second winningest active college football coach. Now he will forever reign in Tallahassee, like it or not, and the Seminoles definitely do like it. Think about it. It's only a special few who are offered a lifetime contract. A pope, a Supreme Court justice, and if you're Bobby Bowden, it's head coach.
The question comes is when they say for life, that means until you die, or unless you lose to Miami twice in a row. You know, either whichever comes first.
Since his arrival in 1976, Bobby Bowden led the Seminoles from the basement to 3 consecutive top 3 finishes. The national championship waits in the wings.
No, that's not frustrating to me. Frustrating to me would be 20th in the nation every year instead of second and third. Second and third, I just can't get frustrated over that one. I hadn't been that spoiled yet.
Bowden's longevity ensures top recruits at Florida State. Though inexperienced, potential for greatness is a Seminole tradition. Topping this year's list is sophomore running back sensation Amp Lee.
I want to be the best running back, the best pass receiving running back that ever come here. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like to be average. I want to be better than the rest.
Dexter Carter had the best hands of any tailback I've had, so I believe that since I've been coaching. He could really catch the ball. Amp can catch better.
The passing game is still up for grabs. Quarterback Casey Weldon and Brad Johnson battle for the starting position. Against Tulane, Weldon was perfect. But a lackluster performance in the spring game puts the spotlight on 6'5" Brad Johnson.
Excellent leader, just like Casey. Tall, has that good visibility, good arm.
The Fab Four created Seminole magic the last 2 seasons. While 3 are gone, the most fabulous of them All-American candidate Lawrence Dorsey returns.
Catch, it is caught, and the Seminoles have Lawrence Dorsey to 30 to 25 to the 10. Lawrence Dorsey, touchdown!
Dorsey's career totals 63 catches for 1,130 yards. Underclassmen Shannon Baker, Matt Fryer, and Kevin Knox will round out the wide receiver corps.
I'm definitely consider myself as a leader this year. The role that I'm not real comfortable with yet, but I consider myself to be a leader for the young guys because they look up to me just because of the Fab Four.
Bobby Bowden serves up another classic pass-run offense. With double coverage on Lawrence Dorsey, the Seminoles pump up the volume with Seminole new coverage. And always expect the unexpected.
The worse we are, the quicker I get. You know, it's a desperation thing. So if you see a lot of trick plays out of us, that's not a good sign. That means we're desperate. But so we'll have some prepared, boy. I just hope we don't have to use them.
At defense, the loss of veteran talent is severe, but younger players are handicapped only by lack of playing time. Talent in each position is enormous. Meet Joe and Henry. On campus, you can mistake them for the double mint twins. But as defensive linemen, they're double trouble. Joe and Henry Ostazuski are the Seminoles' bruised brothers.
But, you know, hitting somebody, just, you know, going right through them, or just really hurting them. You know, when you're out there, I mean, you got to be, I don't know, a lot of people say football isn't like it used to be. I think Joe and I are still back in the old days.
Coming of age is junior Kirk Carruthers. Last year, he was the Seminoles' leading tackler, spearheading 145 stops. This year, he leads the defense and is an outstanding candidate for the Butkus Award.
If you measured him and weighed him, you'd say he can't play. He's not big enough, not strong enough, not fast enough.
I don't really like to portray the stereotype football player, big meathead. I think it's kind of neat the way that, I'm personified as a pretty boy and, not really known as like a football player.
He's a little mischievous at times, and I have to keep my hand on the back of his collar and pull him back a lot because he's very mischievous. Don't let him push you.
Are we ready? All right, this is Chris Carruthers reporting live right here in Florida State University's locker room. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the house. As you can probably tell why they call him this, he is the house. I feel good things from this guy. He's an excellent athlete. He's a great player. Do you feel the same way about yourself? Yeah, boy. That's my man.
While Carruthers supplies the comic relief, this year's schedule cuts the Seminoles some slack over 89's rigorous life.
This year, I think it is fair because we start off with 4 teams that we'll be favored over. East Carolina, Georgia Southern, Tulane, and Virginia Tech. Now we catch the peak. We catch LSU, Auburn, Miami back-to-back again. Now that's, it's hard to play 2 great games back-to-back. You got 2 teams you got to play great.
Florida State again ranks in the top 10. While pressure mounts for another assault on the national title, the Noles lick their chops for a rematch with Miami.
I dream of sacking a numerous amount of quarterbacks every night. Craig Erickson's #1 on my list.
That's nice.